Hello. Hi. I'm just an hour late. Don't worry about me. I took a nap before starting. I'm just an hour late. Oh, appears that my audio is being heard elsewhere. Also, there's still a train passing by. This is a very long boy train. Anyways, this is a very long boy train. Shut up, stream. Thank you. Alright. Hi. How is everyone? Let's post the links real quick. Let's be honest. We're still doing push for partner. That hasn't changed. However, let's be honest. At this point, I don't think we're making it within the month. There would have to be some catastrophic stroke of luck. One that is uncharacteristic of me. For us to achieve the result we strived for when we went up and set this up. However, we can keep the meter up all the same. I think every little bit still helps. It's just that let's not get our hopes up too high. It seems like the event isn't really gonna turn out with the grand hurrah at the end. But there's still some objectives to do, even if we don't meet the main one. And you know what? That's fine enough. Push for partner, asterisk. Let's make sure the YouTube stream is up as well. I think we're still good. Oh. Oh, I need to make sure that there we go. Making sure everything's alright on the microphone's end. We have some stories quest stuff to do. Though that said, just a little update on other progress. We did I think we did some of the brain do the brain thing. We did some of the stuff involving the crafting classes, and I also leveled up some of I obtained and started leveling up Thaumaturge, hoping to get Black Mage. Yeah, we currently are 47 carpenter, 42 armor, 32 goldsmith, 29 leather worker, 49 weaver, 53 alchemist, and 52 culinarian. We also got 42 in miner and 52 in botanist, which that's fun. I caught Lancer to 28, Thaumaturge to 22, and Astrologian to 44. So those are the class updates. That said, I want to go right into main story quests, because it is very likely I can do side quests at the side. Last time we had a little bit of a conundrum, and that we did not know how to go up the passageway. That said, I think in terms of aetherite current, or like ether currents, we just have one quest and one physical. And I think both are along the same way. Yeah. We gotta find ourselves a way way up the mountain. Did I miss this originally? This cuts off somewhere, right? I hope this was the right way. Though I think we're just heading back down the mountain. Can we tactically tumble down a cliff? I think we more or less popped up in the same spot as last time. I don't think we actually made any progress towards our objective. I was hoping fresh eyes would make the path easier to see. But it didn't really. There's like a bit of land under me I can maybe drop down. Like, I feel like this path is somewhat the key? Potentially? Like, there's definitely terrain under us that we can travel through. So I have like this pathway. So we do the drop. Like what's the trick I'm missing? Like we have this weird dip. Hello, Thomas. Also, I see a bot. Hey, I could just kill them from here, right? No. For whatever reason, you can be on... We can be on OBS and not be able to ban them from OBS, even though we have... We have to implicitly be the person streaming from it. Yeah, I don't know how one would go about... Because if we do the drop down, we just go to the other path that leads nowhere. Because we have to drop this way. Like we have to drop from up there to here. Because that's the only way that path, like that's the only place that pathway goes. Unless... Doesn't seem like we can dive down there. Doing interview later today, just waiting for the call. Yeah. Be fun to have you there. I'm currently... I mean, I could probably hop into VC anyhow. The main thing that I'm doing right now is being stuck. Like, I'm supposed to go through this mountain, and most of the pathways don't really connect to anything. Like, a lot of the pathways just kind of lead to nowhere. I guess I guess... Like, that area doesn't lead anywhere, but we can... But maybe if we just go... Alright, what if, counterintuitively, we go through the woods? Yeah, let's throw ourselves down a waterfall. That seems sane. This is regular ass bears, level 52. maybe the path through the mountain will be below the mountain. I mean, I think from the looks of it, let me up. I sure hope this leads somewhere. I mean, I see Dravanians. Yep, I don't think a pathway through there exists. I think we'll need to... warp back over to here, because we would have done a waterfall. Come on. Let me teleport. Ah, motherfucker. Alright. Alright. They're like, hey, the way through this place should be fairly simple to find. Ah. Different layer of the tower. That would make more sense. If we're not supposed to be above the mountain, and we're supposed to be in it. That makes significantly more sense. I was like, am I just lost? And the answer is yes, but not in the way I thought. I thought I took a wrong turn, like, I thought there was just some pathway I needed to jump off at a specific way. Makes significantly more sense. I think they said you can get there through the second floor too. I just didn't know what they meant because the way open looked like the roof. And the second floor, that doorway didn't look like that existed. It kind of blends in a little. Having a real gamers don't look up moment. No, garbage truck. Voice acting. Nope. Well done, little ones. As promised, I shall open the way to Som Ao summit for thee and thy companions. Heed me now, children of man. The domain you seek to enter hath not seen visitors of your kind in nigh on 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcomed. To my kin, this mountain is revered as holy ground and resting place both. Wear you the minions of Needhog during your ascent, for 'tis certain they shall take great offense at your intrusion. We are grateful for your warnings, gentle Vidofnir. My final words are for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep the stolen power thou wieldest in check, lest it breed further despair. Estinian. The way is open. Let us not tarry here. A moment. Shall we blindly forge on, knowing the dangers that await us? Tiamat herself is said to guard this peak. I do not fear Needhog's consort. Any dragon foolish enough to bar our path shall feel the sting of my lance. Spoken like a true butcher. Need I remind you that we are come to parley a peace? Let us be clear, heretic. 'Twas to save Ishgard and our people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture, and 'tis for their sake that I go now to speak with Hrasvelgr. But I said nothing of Tiamat. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of their deadliest enemies, I shall take it. That is my duty as the Azure Dragoon. You are beyond redemption. We will accomplish nothing by bickering. If we are to meet Hrasvelgr, our path leads up the mountain. We shall defend ourselves if attacked, but avoid conflict wherever possible. What other choice do we have? Let's fucking go! Yippee! Autistic creature. 2? Me pulling out the Kingdom Hearts What If series, but it's not anything like that intellectually brilliant. It's just what if Axel was blue. I'm thinking if he was blue, he never would have been friends with Sykes. I'm just saying. Their friendship entirely dictated on one of them being red. Would have completely fucked up the timeline. Axel but blue would fuck up the timeline. Like, we don't even shift his power. We just change his color scheme. I think his friendship with Syx was like a little bit of it was like, look, I have red hair and you have blue hair. It's kind of like a duo. And then they became friends over that. I know it's Lee and whatever the fuck Syx's human name was, but whatever. We don't dead name. He's Syx. It's Axel and Syx, not whatever the other two things were. But yeah, when they were human, I'm thinking they were only friends because their hair colors were red and blue. If Axel was blue, they wouldn't have been friends. However, his fight against Roxas would go a little something like this. It would just look. You could kind of see it, you know. Instead of the normal flames, it's these flames. But it doesn't heal you. It fucking burns you to death because it's just fire. You know, you're getting the vision. Axel but blue. I know the what if could also be what if Syx but red. And honestly, I mean, it wouldn't be that different. It's just that he would look lamer. I think Syx but red would be like too played out. Syx is like the rage guy, and you're like, yeah, give him red. Red would make sense. I'm like, no, I like blue. His entire thing is like that moon connection. So it's like the blue with the night sky motif. That works well for him. I think Syx but red, his vibes are all fucked. I like to let them know. New tank, so good luck, everyone. Yeah. New tank, who dis? We can go slow. I can't cure that poison. give you a cure level 1. It really sucks that I can't remove that, but whatever. I can take poison, whatever. Ah, you're fine. We're out here to thread the needle. We got poison I can't remove. What's going on over there? Ah, Dravanian Hornet. I forget, I have lilies. They're just not that big of a feature. Vitality. I'll pass. Caster will probably appreciate it. Yeah, I should remember to use a Flatus Solus more. Honestly, I shouldn't even fuck with Medica 1. Fuck them up. We are here to kill you. The best way to prevent damage is to just kill them. Did I burn that at a funny time? Yes, whatever. Ah shit, I'm gonna get hit by that. Yep. We're good though, we're good. We're not really pulling a lot, so I don't need to use my lilies as much. They're not pulling too many. So I can just save the lilies. Stack up. All right, we're good. Yeah, we can. We could fight it out or freak it out. Be wary, I am good at both. Get stunned, goober. When you think about it, stunning is kind of like getting some healing done. Because that's just damage I don't need to deal. Ciao, gamers. We have more damage than you have health. Tiaman, consort of Needhawk, we beseech you, grant us safe Well, fuck. As I thought, blind to reason like all the rest. If you would see our mission to its conclusion, you know what must be done. Such rage and rancor, is there truly no other way? Lamau. No. Uh... Let's just crank a little extra damage out. I'll give Monk it. Pass. 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 Need. I like how it's implied, like, hey, even though we had other characters here, for the purposes of the plot, they were these three. What, a break from the ads? Laura. Twould seem Tiamat was the last. I sense no other dragons nearby. What is happening? Needhog. He roars. He knows we are here then. His fury. It bleeds through the eye. Fear not, I am yet my own master. But that damned worm's wrath burns hotter than flame. Come, the heart of the dragon's homeland yet lies before us. Thus do we add another link to the chain of vengeance. O Saint Shiva, when will it end?
To the peak of Som Al, at the end of a perilous mountain path,
Narrator thinks this is Lord of the Rings.
whence could be seen a string of pearl-like islands floating in possibly atop a sea of clouds. To a domain where dragons and men had once lived in harmony, whose majesty no mortal eye had glimpsed for nigh on 1,000 years. They came.
This is some proper adventure shit, I have to say. Some pretty as fuck terrain. We have reached it at last, the peak of Som Al. It is said to be the highest mountain in all of Eorzea, you know. I thought it cold and coercive, but the air here carries the chill of a dozen winters. Wait, does... Damn, we did all that, and we got the Aetheryte connection for the last place. Now that we've scaled the mountain, there remains the problem of finding Hraesvelgr himself. I guess the Mughals had their, I guess this vindicates the Mughal religion. What manner of creature is that? Lord, do my eyes deceive me, or was that a Mughal? I mean, we were in a place called Mogholm. It was my understanding that they only dwelled within the Twelveswood. I certainly never expected to see one in the churning mists. If the Mughal does live here, however, he may know where Hresvelgar makes his lair. Quickly now, before we lose the creature completely. Attuned to that. He's gone. Or we must widen our search. Damn, you fucking move fast, Alphino. Etheric disturbance? I see. The air nearby seems warped. You sense the concealing magics are at work. I've heard tales of these Mughals, but this is the first time I ever laid eyes on one. They're rather adorable, aren't they? Why do you stare at me so? Can I not find a creature adorable? My heart is not truly made of ice. Hello, Slaughtermaster 9000. What's up? I see no evidence of this Mughal of yours. Are you certain it wasn't a trick of light? Mayhap 'twas simply one of these strange plants, shifting in the breeze. This guy a non-believer of Mughal? Mughals aren't real. I like how we have two locations. They're like, yeah, they're clearly hidden in these two locations, but your character isn't gonna call it out. I'm sure I glimpsed the Mughal fling in this direction. Could he be concealing himself with magic? Oh? Confound it. Could we enlist the aid of one of the local Mughals? I'm certain Hresvelgar would not elude us for long. Though the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragons, I can only identify Needhogs with any certainty. We could wander the mists for days and not know if we're any closer to his brood brother. And those are days we cannot well afford to squander. Shall we divide our forces then? Lady Sale, might I ask you to question any dragons whom you judge it safe to approach? I shall try, yet I fear the influence of Nidhogg's rage will render most of the Dravanians in the area deaf to reason. And what of you, Master Alphino? I have not given up on the Mughals. Or come to me with Gridania. I mean to petition the aid of the Mughals' kin in the Twelveswood. After that business with Mogulmog, I dare say they would be glad to help us. Assuming you have no need of me, I shall remain here. Nidhogg senses both the loss of his consort and the coming of the Eye, and his attention is firmly fixed in this direction. I mean to do what I can to hold his gaze, in the hope that it might delay any action against Ishgard. Thank you, Estinian. Come then, Lord, let us make haste for Gridania and rendezvous at Nafika's altar. Ah, but I neglected to tell you. There's an aetheryte of ancient construction here, which should make the return journey rather less arduous. Pray do not forget to use it. The game going like, for the love of God, you use the fast travel. For the love of God, player, use the fast travel. You know what? We'll make this trip cheap. Let's use return. Mordecai Rigby, attuned to the aetheryte or you're fired. I'm going to kill you. Mordecai Rigby, stop having sex in the Hall of the Novice. Conjurer's Guild. No, kind of fitting that we're playing White Mage for this. I will, however, say that you... Oh, I need to talk to Alphino first. I've sent word to the Elder Seatseer upon arriving in Gridania. I'm pleased to report that she's agreed to grant us audience. If anyone can help us to contact the Twelveswood Mughals, it is she. We're expected at the Lotus Stand. I trust you're familiar with the Conjurer stationed at its entrance? Yeah, but you just told me I can't go inside. Well, now that you talked to Master Alphino, I know it's you. I've been here 8 times. Voice acting? Nope. I bid you welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of having met with you, but 'tis no less of a relief to see you safe and hale with my own eyes. We humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us upon such short notice. And for all you have done for us in our absence. Sorry, I had to stop to breathe for a second. I was like, you know what? I might as well skip the My Lady part. You know what? No, we joke that Alphina's a Redditor. Upon such short notice, milady. And for all you've done for us in our absence. Would that it were solely to express our gratitude that we came to you this day. Alas, the tides of battle yet dictate our comings and goings. Elder Seetsier, we would beg your wisdom in a matter that may finally bring an end to the Dragon Song War. Speak on, friend. Holy shit, you can speak his language too? It's a Scion language. I see, so you seek a means to contact these Moogles of the Churning Mist. Hi there, cat. I'm streaming. Yeah? You still anxious? That's fine. Anxious cat. Fat cat, too. Kupo, I say Kupo. Greetings, Kuplo Cop. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company? I was struck by the sudden urge to bring you some fruit, Connie, and I'm jolly glad I did. Tell me more about these Moogles in the sky, Kupo. I will gladly tell you all I know, though it amounts to precious little. We encountered a Moogle high in the clouds of Dravania, and had a hope that you and your kin in the Twelveswood might agree to facilitate a meeting. Pray correct me if I am mistaken, Kuplo, but there are legends, are there not, which speaks of Moogles who dwell beyond the clouds? Yeah, I think the Moogles are having their religion vindicated. I feel like this is on par with basically going up and it's like, hey, so we physically found heaven. or I guess in this instance, we have found the Garden of Eden. It is a physical place. We found it on GeoCities. Indeed there are, Kupo. Long, long ago, back when the world was still young, they say my ancestors served the gods up in the heavens. Of course, that was before their masters took to bickering like spoiled children. Yes, the tale of good King Moggle Mog the 12th. He is revered for holding fast to a rope of miraculous length that his subjects might climb down from the sky and escape to the world below. Which is a funny myth considering all of you have wings. Why didn't you use those? Idiots. Ignoring the more fanciful aspects of the tale, it may well be that Kuplo's ancestors hailed from the churning mists. Given how long his kin have resided in the Twelveswood, it is perfectly possible that the details of their history have faded into myth. Indeed, Master Alphino, such stories oft contain a measure of truth. 'Tis like that the Moogles of the Churning Mist tell similar tales of the world below. I can well imagine why the one you encountered fled at your approach. Oh, fleeing second nature to us. We often hide when the larger races come trampling through the forest. Of course, where there's one Moogle, there's bound to be more. Which is why I've decided to take a trip to the clouds, Koopa. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me. I was hoping that you might say that, Master Kuplo. Will you accompany us, then? Just try and stop me, Kupo. I'll admit the thought of venturing outside the Twelveswood is a bit unsettling, but I could hardly refuse a chance to meet my distant cousins. If you will have me, I too will accompany you on this venture, and I will lend my voice to your cause as an ambassador of Gridania. Okay, but what does... But, my lady, are you quite certain? How oft has our nation turned to the scions of the Seventh Dawn in its hour of need? How oft have we asked the warrior of light to risk his life to save our own? Full many times, I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus do I choose this day to offer mine aid to our allies for the good of the realm. Is this not just? I like how the Lancers are like, dude, who fucking... It's like, damn, we need to be Secret Service now. More so than normal. Like, damn, the president's going on a trip. A most unexpected and most welcome offer, Elder Seetsier. We'd be honored by your presence. Fucking train. Could say? They're in the distance, whatever. I'm wondering how her involvement would matter, though. That's the thing. Pray return to the summit and inform our companions of these developments. I will serve as the Elder Seedsier's guide on the journey back to Som Al. It being a path I've already trodden, I do not anticipate any great difficulties. Besides, we shall have the Elder Seedsier's personal guard to escort us. Yeah, you have, like, Secret Service. You have, like, the level 50 Lancers. Alright. Oh, it was such a good choice to use the airship. We saved ourselves like 480 gil. Albeit we made a shit ton in that dungeon. Speaking of... Well met, Warrior of Light. Needhog has not stirred, but he watches us unblinking. I don't understand what you said. They're here. Greetings, my friend. I'm happy to report that our journey was mercifully uneventful. Devoid as the road was of Dravanians, 'twould seem the dragons have abandoned Som Al for the churning mists. Elder Seetsier, may I present you to Sir Estinian, Ishgar's Azure Dragoon. 'Tis an honor to meet you, Sir Estinian. I have heard many tales of your order's extraordinary skill and courage. Friends, I feel it only right to inform you that we are not alone. The Mughals are all around us as we speak, and I shall should imagine that they are more than a little concerned by the horde of strangers that have descended upon their home. Mayhap now would be an opportune time to introduce ourselves. It kind of begs the question of, like, why isn't there a different language? I know we have the power of the echo, meaning that, like, we can understand, like, anybody, but what about everyone else? Does everyone just know, like, ancient Moogle? Do they just know this new dialect? This should serve. Serve cunt. Throw it back, Kuplo cop. They're hiding, of course, but there are so many of them, Kupo. Wakey wakey. Kerpla. I am Connie Senna. My companions and I have braved the long road from the Twelveswood to share words with you. On this occasion of our first meeting, we bring an offering of light and wind. Aereo, die all of you! I get it.
Oh, such a gentle and pleasing glow, Kupo.
They got the different bulbs on their head.
I am Moglin, the chieftain of this Moogle clan.
Chieftain Moglin, it is an honor to meet you.
Greetings, I am Kublokop, ambassador of the Twelveswood Moogles. A Moogle from the world below. Your hide is of a different hue, but that palm is unmistakable. I might need a moment here, Kupo.
Got the, like, earrings and shit, too. My companions were no less surprised to learn of your existence here amongst the clouds. I hope they did not startle you overmuch in their eagerness to make your acquaintance. Full well can I imagine your wariness. I am told that men have not walked here nigh on 1,000 winters. Mayhap you will forgive them their forwardness when I unfold to you the grave matter which first brought them into your midst. My companions crave an audience with the great worm Thresvelger, that they might negotiate an end to the war twixt man and dragon.
End to the war, you say? I trust you, Connie Senna. The light of peace shines brightly within your soul. I'll take it. But I am afraid the same cannot be said of your friends. To be plain, we did not hide ourselves because they were the first of your kind to be seen here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that. We hid because we smelled dragon blood. These skies are a home to many dragons. While some crave peace, such as Thresvelger, many others crave the opposite, such as Needhog. Suffice it to say, we are worried that the presence of your blood-spattered warrior friends will attract the attention of the nastier kind and invite destruction into our happy home.
We're both posting up.
Now, just a moment, chieftain. Lore here may have doled out the odd thrashing or two, but it's always been with a really good reason. He is a champion of the 12 Sword Moogles, and I will not hear his good name slandered. Now, Ambassador, let's not ruffle each other's feathers. I shall, of course, take your testimony into consideration. Now, Estinian, on the other hand, has been craving violence, and I think it was a fucking horrible idea to bring him on a diplomatic mission. Because I feel like the second we enter the meeting room, he's like, Strasvilker, I'm going to kill you. Like, the second we walk in through the door, he's gonna say some shit. It's just like, so you've come to arrange a peace. I've come to circumcise you. Well, Dragoon. I'm going to yoink your skin off like a tablecloth. I'm going to deglove you. Nice spear, dickhead. If I may, chieftain, is there a little room for trust, twixt stranger? Might we not take this opportunity to learn more of each other? An excellent suggestion, Kupo. In the interest of fostering friendship and keeping an eye on you, I extend to you the hospitality of Mogholm. Prove yourselves worthy of our assistance, and it'll be yours. I shall be watching, Kupo. Tell me, in the world below, do all of your kind look so different from one another? It must be terribly disconcerting. What was it Kuplo Cop called you again? Oh, your names are as odd as your appearance. Have you ever considered a nice Moogle name? Moglin is taken, by the way, Kupo. As are Moghan, Mogmug, and Mogwin. These being the names of the three wise Moogles who administer the momentous challenges I have devised to measure your worth. I call them the trials of trustworthiness. Undertake these trials, and we shall soon see whether or not you are worthy of our aid. Marauder, Gladiator, Dark Knight. A samurai arm? If we decided to fuck with I'm not fucking with any of these classes. Event cancelled. Fuck! It is time for me to shit. And when you close your eyes. Chocobo Saddleback. We got space. We got space, do we? We just have regular X-Ethers? You. We made 99 of the good shit for a reason.
We made ourselves so many fucking potions. Which, honestly, I should fuck with my hotbar. Boom. Alright. There we go. Now we can accept the reward. Give me the piety gem.
Hello, yes, I'm Mogan, the foremost alchemist in Margholm, if you must know. If your tummy's gloopy or your wings are droopy, I have a potion to fix that. Or I would if I didn't keep running out of ingredients. Luckily, you're here to do my trial. Yes, go forth, mighty adventurer, and mightily pluck 3 sprigs of cloud's breath for me. You'll find it near the entrance of El Tom. It's not the safest of places, so don't let yourself be too distracted by the pretty flowers, Kupo.
Let me just preemptively...
So exceedingly fluffy.
The idea of a sail being entranced by Moogles is funny to me. I did not expect our travels to bring us to a Moogles village. I wonder if a similar settlement exists somewhere within the Twelveswood. Oh shit, we haven't been taking our tea. Let us do a couple of things. First things first, fuck these high ethers. We don't need them. Secondly, put in some shit in the water, you kids. It's like level 20 range, chamomile tea. Yeah, let's. Whatcha? 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 Fuck it. We can do this well with even subpar ingredients. We are le masters of the forbidden art. Boom.
We're just that good.
Boom. Good to go. Oh, that's a nice staff.
Mogwin's the name. Art is my game. When it comes to painting, there are none in Moghome who can match my talent with a brush, Kupo. I know why you've come. Chief Moglin has demanded that I test your trustworthiness, but as I trust no one to create art that will satisfy me, I will instead charge you with retrieving a masterpiece I have seemed to misplace. It was an ambitious and innovative work, guaranteed to fetch at least 4 Kupo nuts on the open market. You must find it, question the masses. Surely a pebble painted with such vibrant colors and unmistakable panache could not have escaped the notice of every Moogle in Moghome.
And when you close your eye. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have the pleasure of speaking to Mogbug. I know, I'm the fluffiest, most enchanting creature you've ever laid eyes upon, Kupo. It isn't easy being this adorable. I can barely take a stroll outside without those relentless Javanians throwing themselves at me, while they look as if they might just gobble me up. In any case, fleeing their overbearing adulation is growing a bit tiresome. Your trial shows this. Find these ardent archosaurs and slap some manners at them, Kupo. Perhaps a firm smack on the snout will teach them to appreciate my charm from afar.
Mogwin is missing his masterpiece, Kupo. Yeah. You mean the paint-smeared mess of a pebble? I have not seen it recently. A fact for which my eyes are profoundly grateful. Maestro Mogwin has misplaced his masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, happy day! If I am the swifter in finding it, I will soon have a genuine Mogwin for the price of a little perspiration. Honestly, who has 4 Kupo nuts just lying about to spend on such luxuries? I do not know much about this stone, but I do know Mogwin's been creeping out the back way to Somao Summit from time to time, Kupo. Maybe he left it up there.
Good luck with remembering all of these.
Well, what did you find, Kupo? Yes, now that you mention it, I do seem to recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. The second part of your trial commences. Go, adventurer, and retrieve my masterpiece before some art-starved admirer swipes the stone for himself.
Go, my winged little crack fiend. Through the mountains with you. Oh, that's up there, probably. I think we're close to high enough level to not be bothered by some of these. Please perish. Thank you. I guess we just have to find one more plant. Convenient that we killed the dinosaurs. What killed the Ice Age? The dinosaurs! What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age! You don't see shit. How do we get over there? You don't see shit. Ah, I see how we get up there. Only one ether current? How many do we have for this one? Damn, buh. The thing is you do all these side quests, and then by the time you're done, you are kind of not needing to use it, because you can just warp to the next area. If you're able to do the side quest beforehand, maybe would have been cooler. We have retained them. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're not going there. We are to kill ourselves in the name of good King Moggle. Goodbye. Psych. Death from fall damage is a myth. I have your fucking rock.
Yes, this is my work. Is it not exquisite? I call it Contemplations of Zenith. Thank you, sir. At least I can exchange my art for those delectable Kupo nuts. Chieftain Moglin will hear about this valorous deed.
Hard silver globe. Honestly, we'll just go with this for now. Like, here's your fucking weapon upgrade, you stupid idiot. I think you're what we call in the business a fucking idiot. I enjoy this. This is fun and whimsical. Retrieve materia. Retrieve materia. Begin. We don't have a high enough power level. Damn. You were able to humble my Dravonian devotees? Wonderful. You are as capable as I am captivated, Kupo. Still, my precious perfection does not excuse those louts from pursuing me so mercilessly, their tongues lolling and their bellies rumbling. The Dravonians and their ilk have much to learn about acceptable acts of admiration.
Did you have any trouble finding the Cloud's Breath? I do need it quite urgently, you know.
Yes, you can have it.
Oh yes, these are perfect, Kupo. I have the main ingredient for my palm tonic. Speaking of, how are you feeling, sir? Should you ever feel your palm lose its balance, then I'm your Moogle, Kupo.
I do not have a palm.
Law, if that is what you insist on calling yourself, you have completed the trials of trustworthiness. Administered by the taskmasters Mogin, Mogmug, and Mogwin. During these grueling tests of characters, I closely observed your conduct, as well as that of your companions. And I am decided, Kupo. Got your friends before me, so I need not repeat myself needlessly. Gather the forces! All these trials over, then. My tasks have been little more than household chores. If our hosts elect not to grant their aid after working us like pack chocobos, I shall demand compensation and Kupo nuts out of principle. But I hope it will not come to that. Let's hear the chieftain's verdict, shall we? I have killed 40 billion civilians by the time you stop looking away from me. Anyways, shenanigans aside, our host seems entranced by the height of my leap. They compared me to Mog, a lance-wielding Mughal warrior of Eld who also favored such attacks. It was meant to be a compliment, I expect, but I doubt these furry lumps could out-leap a Karaku lamb, much less a dragoon. Conclude your business here swiftly, Lore. I do not like this place. Standing here in Mogholm, my thoughts turned inevitably to the legend of good King Mogul XII and his seat in the heavens. Like most, I thought it no more than a myth. A story for younglings that grew with the telling. But every passing moment, I become more certain that we have discovered the origin of this tale. I am full eager to hear what the chieftain has to say. What sorcery is this, that my heart should stare at mere fluffiness? Lore? I was, no matter, what was it? Chieftain Moglin has made his decision. Well, let's not keep him waiting then. We've become such friends, Kupo. My Mughal cousins love to sing and dance as much as I do. Chieftain Moglin has finally come to a decision, has he? Well, I suppose I'd better flutter over and see him then. You're irradiating an aura. Karaoke. Never have I seen such determined workers, Kupo. It would have taken us moons to complete all those dreary chores and niggling errands. And have our labors proven the purity of our intentions, chieftain? Without a doubt. In fact, there was never really all that much doubt to begin with. You were, after all, already friends with a fellow Mughal. But you see, before any meeting with Heavensward could take place, certain preparations needed to be made. And what better way to help you pass the time than by having you perform all the tiresome tasks that no one ever wants to do, Kupo? Oh dear, the horn. Bring out the horn, quickly now. Blow on this wondrous instrument whenever you wish to speak with the Great Worm, Kupo. We haven't perhaps been treating it with the care it deserves of late. and I think Mogan may have saddled. So we needed some time for cleaning and polishing and straightening. No lasting harm done, though. Now, you need simply head to Zenith, the worm's dwelling to the west, and give the horn a good toot. We are in your debt, chieftain. Thanks to your noble gift, we shall finally have a chance to plead our case to Thresvelger. Very possibly, yes, but I wouldn't get my hopes too high. Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up too high, Kupo. The old worm isn't terribly fond of, Your concern is appreciated, but I am quite certain that Thresvelger will welcome our overtures. Are you seeing this? Should we arrive at his lair, come. We have squandered enough time already. Chieftain Mooglin, we thank you for your gracious hospitality, though we must soon take our leave. I pray that we continue to nurture the shoots of this new-sprung friendship twixt earth and sky. Of course, Kubo. Visit us whenever you wish. Consider Markholm your home amongst the clouds. Thanks for the help, Kubo. I doubt I would have ever found time for all those rotten chores. Hey, it wasn't my idea. If the chieftain had spent a little less time sitting about and a little more time chieftaining, things would have never gotten so messy in the first place. And he was the one that sat on the horn, by the way. And now all the errands are done and the horn is fixed, so all is well that ends well. Kubo? Well, I expect you're eager to be on your way out. Did I mention your friend was looking for you, Kubo? If not, Alphino is looking for you. I'll be waiting just outside, stretching my wings. Let me know when you're ready to depart. I like how Alphino's sister, like all of her shit, is completely optional up until this point. So you could have gone all the way up to here without seeing Alphino's sister after, in the beginning of the game, they're introduced as a pair. Like, here's your yin and yang. Let's, it's like, ah, man. These two are gonna play a massive role in this, the story, and it's just like, Alphino has done a lot of shit. Just by virtue of being in close proximity of some of this shit. Have you ever bathed in the waters to the northeast? Of course not, because a gang of burly Thrupkins have been attacking anyone who goes near them, Kubo. If you were kind enough to slay a few, that might scare them away, giving me time for a dip in the waters. To the best of my knowledge, we have all that we need for a trip to Zenith, and I believe the Elder Seatsier and her retinue will soon be making the journey back to Gridania. It would be remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going our separate ways. Shall we? See you around. Here's a hug. Go back to your hellhole. Alphino, Lore, I do humbly thank you for what has been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirit, the existence of these Mughals might never have been revealed to us. 'Tis we who should be thankful, Elder Seedsir. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, they would have never chosen to reveal themselves at all. And 'twas your presence, Kublokop, that ultimately won their trust. It must have taken great courage to leave the sanctuary of the Twelveswood, and we are exceedingly glad that you did. It was my pleasure, Kupo. I've made so many new friends, and have so many fantastic tales to tell my kinsmoogles back home. And it is our home that we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. A safe journey, Elder Seedsir. We too must be on our way. Pressvilger awaits. Warrior of Light, pray attend closely to your companion, Sir Stinian. Beneath the stoical facade, a storm of anguish seethes unseen. Yeah, that was pretty obvious. Honestly, it was a fucking terrible idea to bring him. Like, honestly, I think the smart choice would have been to just fucking leave him. It's like, but I have the eye, like, yeah, but don't. Have you said your goodbyes and dabbed away your tears, Kupo? And then we are indeed ready to go. As Chieftain Moglin has already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing Tressvelger's attention. I'll come along and show you the way to Zenith. That's the big place where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make for a saw. Oh, and watch out for rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing, Kupo. We are very close to... You're thinking of heading towards a saw, aren't you? Best watch yourself if you are. Archaeosaurs stalk the road looking for an easy meal. If only someone could drive them away. Oh, you seem the type for dragon hunting. Why don't you slay 3 of the Archaeosaurs and open the road back up for some Moogle traffic? Once the deed is done, let Mogmon in a saw know. Aha, we can technically cheese this. Let's see you go directly to hell.
Oh, I got 3 stacks of poison on me. Let's... Alright. We can technically cheese the objective by, not actually participating. Oh, I think we're already done. I thought I needed to kill 3. Whatever. Well. Oh, because I was muted because of a train. My bad. I forgot to unmute. My bad. Yeah, I was wondering, yeah, a third of chat was blocked by a name I couldn't remove, because I made the mistake of trying to ban a bot through OBS, but OBS is like, okay, I know you're literally streaming through us, but you're not logged in. And so that was weird. And the reason I was like having trouble finding the Aetheryte thing is because when I was like around here, it said like, oh, you have like 68 like northwest. It's like 68 northwest. I'm like, okay. And so I was like, okay, so obviously it's at this corner. And then it wasn't. It was here, which was not northwest. A completely different direction than northwest. Well, when I was over here, it said southwest. When I was over at the, oh wait, you can't see the mouse cursor. When I was over where, that, like, fate is. It said southwest. But I could have sworn it said northwest when I was over at that, like, fork in the road. And so I was like, okay, I'll just continue going north. I've made a mistake. Let me just... No. We are being poisoned to death. Hello, Chad. We're being mauled by the Dravanian wildlife. Normal pathway. That'll be 2, and then main story quest will usually be our number 4 or some shit, something along the lines.
Is that someone from below? How did you get past the archaeosaurs infesting the road? What? Moxie asked you to slay them for him. It's just like him to depend on the kindness of strangers. We've barely been able to venture outside of Asa for fear of being attacked. Now thanks to you, the roads are just a little safer, Kupo. Ah, another Aetheryte.
They are now his pet. I think it's actually adorable that Isael is just transfixed by Moogles.
Things are a bit bitey for a while here, but I think we've arrived in one piece, Kupo. I wonder what has the dragon so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always well, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual.
There now his pet, or your pet? We are petting the father of...
We may have a small problem, Kupo. the winds are high like this, Hraesvelgr invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If we tried blowing the horn now, I doubt he'd hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down. Alright, gang, let's split up and look for clues. Yeah, okay. It didn't update. We have most of the landmark ones done. That's nice. What the dog doing? Well, guess we wait in the west. It's time for the freaky lizard people. They should do nicely, Kubo. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then, we might as well make ourselves comfortable. If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this place is as good as any. And may have a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help clear our minds in readiness for the coming parley. Very well then, I believe a campfire is in order. Leave the gathering of fuel to me. I acquired a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Clorthus. Clear our minds. It is Master Alphino whose mind needs clearing. The thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you see him stroll away as these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts? Follow him and see that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We will have the camp ready by the time you return. Alphino can avoid being bored. Huh. I don't know what happened to you, but good on you. Why are we not able to jump down there? Oh, is it because of the small little zone of not land? Why I oughta? Why I oughta? Piss off. Hello, citizens. People of New York.
Hello, citizens. I'm what they call in the business a silly little guy. Please don't hurt me. I'm just a silly little guy. You wouldn't hit a silly little guy with glasses. We'll go over here so I don't need to fight two at once. We far enough away? I think so. Perish. You can't stop me, gay thoughts. I see it's right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Elfino returns with the wood, we can see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled a pot with what look like stew ingredients, ready for the fire. Voice? Few things compare to the simple pleasure of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. So speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came with kindling and a flint. 'Tis well you instructed me so patiently, then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal a sail with a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Charleyan dignitary, and alongside my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted in the studium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers. How ignorant of mine own shortcomings. That hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the Scions. We, all of us, are guilty of a similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives, never knowing what they fight for, never questioning which that they have been taught to believe. "'Twas only upon meeting Hrasvelger that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were it not for that chance encounter, I would have never vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods with which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance. That the truth has driven me to do terrible things, I cannot deny, but I'd rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetuating a needless war. If this journey has taught me anything, it is the importance and difficulty of holding to one's conviction in the face of failure, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You are well on your way, Master Alphino. At your age, I was but a fool swinging a spear, with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now, I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have labored. Sitting here amongst the grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? But for all that such an age existed, we are now in a time of war. Nidhogg killed my family, and no quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragon Song War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I can say for certainty that it will only breed more vengeful souls such as mine. In my hand resides the power to vanquish a great worm. If Ishgard's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself, orders or no. Estinian, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Hrasvelger of the righteousness of your cause. Fuck you. Doubt not, but that I shall, Dracoon. Well, when's willing, we shall have our answers on the morrow. Let us sleep now and face our fate with the rising of the sun. It's been such a long time since we've equipped something else. Item comparison. You know what? It has 2 materia slots. No, we'll wait till this. We'll wait till we soul bind with this.
The campfire was so cozy, I must have fallen asleep, Kupo. But do you feel how the winds have shifted? They will have borne Thrasvelgr back to the skies above Zenith. I'm sure of it. This is your chance to climb to the highest floor of the palace and summon him with a toot of that shiny horn. So, I'll be heading back now if that's all the same to you. Good luck, Kupo. It was nice knowing you.
Thrasvelgr versus Jaina. Sphinx of Black Onyx, judge my vow. We got voice acting. Hell yeah. Good, my voice is getting tired. In a weird lingo. Look, we have the power of the echo. We can read. We can read the subtitles. That's our power. By the power of the echo, we shall read the subtitles.
Either 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Racevelga, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past.
The echo.
About Shiva.
I guess it's weird dragon magic, but... I saw a meme
speak it I
regarding
must.
to this moment.
I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me. I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
Just remembering a meme that's just like you stroll up to the sky with a party consisting of was like the most pompous 12-year-old Estinian renowned dragon killer, woman who thinks she's his wife and expects him to play along, and his father but tiny.
Then the spirit that answered me.
We kind of knew that from the beginning, right, though?
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelga, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
These dragons kind of look like dogs. 1200 years. You know, this kind of is the equivalent of if, like, a cat bit you, so you decided to go to the free kittens box and box all of them. Like, it's like, oh, we have long lives, so we do not forget that easily, but it's like, okay, but this is kind of the equivalent of, like, if a cat bit you, so you went to the, like, free kitten box. It just started boxing all of them. It's like, like their lifespan is like a tenth of yours. The big reveal was
Your
mostly
tale
information
bears
we already
scant
know.
resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Then, the seed lies within us.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment. But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain.
I mean, I've been kind of assuming they've been sentient.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance, an eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
Lamau, no. Foolish mortal. we are fucking vain enough to punch kitten boxes. Thrasvelger was every bit as awe-inspiring as I had imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power, and the will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. It's but a pity that I misliked what he said. Far did we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. And far from mitigating this humiliation, the hidden truths we have learned serve only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg.
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
I mean, he still means to slay us.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesvelgr. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
They speak of still killing us.
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
A moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him?
You have a walking tank next to
Even
you.
behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
It isn't D&D, he doesn't have lair
In
actions.
close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And if the tales are true, the Warrior of Light has bested many an invincible foe.
You are walking next to a
Such
man who
speculation
killed
is
3
meaningless.
gods
We
in a
cannot
mech
even find
suit.
the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
We could probably fight a dragon.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Lamau, yes.
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
We kind of knew that, like...
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
Like, we kind of knew already that all the, primals are just constructs of the people who believe in them. Like, even Mogulmog was, like... It wasn't the Mogulmog, it was, like, a facsimile of him. So, like, Yeah, it makes sense. That's like, yeah, you're not my wife. You're hallucinating. So I think with that we can end the stream. I'll be seeing you guys Wednesday for, I think, either Yakuza or Tales of Berseria. One of those two. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Give it a few more rotations so that the bitrate catches up. There we go. This person logged in to see what is probably the goofiest fucking scene. Anyways, let's exit game. But yeah, thank you so much for coming by. I'll see you guys Wednesday. Goodbye. Wait, we're not.